I can pull up off a curb, I can make it on the road going mobile. I can stop in any street and buy from people there with me going mobile.
So, when I say someone or something is like a rock, it means, or it reminds me of a solid foundation. It's not going, it's going to be consistent, stable, it's not going to change too much. It's going to stick around for a while. Usually, I say someone is like a rock, or I say that they are solid as a compliment. In fact, if I say someone is solid, it's probably the best compliment I can give to a person. It means I really respect them, that I can count on them being real, genuine, not superficial. I can also trust that a solid person isn't going to bail or withdraw at a moment's notice. They're a good person. When it comes to trucks, the phrase like a rock has different meaning to me. It first of all reminds me of all the Chevy commercials I saw growing up. I still remember the song, like a rock, standing, vroom vroom. Very memorable. It also still has that solid connotation I was talking about before, that the truck's going to be super durable and withstand the abuse that a farmer, construction worker is going to use it for. But for me, as someone who's really into nature and the outdoors, Chevy's like a rock phrase it's less appealing, because I want a truck that's basically not going to be a tinker. Don't get me wrong, I love trucks for the versatility and off-roading and the ability to load it with tons of my sport and camping gear, and my last truck was a Toyota Tacoma, and now I drive an all-wheel drive Honda Element. And so I think what I'm saying is, when I think of a truck that equals a rock, I think tinker. I think about hauling around a ridiculous piece of metal, heavy as a rock, that's going to have bad gas mileage and spew out tons of greenhouse gases. That's not really what I want. And I don't think a lot of people today, in the era of high gas prices, are going to want that either. And not to mention climate change. So, actually, I think I'm going to show you my little SUV outside. Come on. There it is. There's my Honda Element. And I'm going to walk down there and show you some of the modern features that it has. I wouldn't exactly say that the Element is like a rock, because I think it's better than a rock. I think it's a solid, low-emission vehicle with good gas mileage. In my opinion, the like a rock theme meaning has evolved. I'm not going to argue that it doesn't mean the truck is tough and durable, but I will argue that the truck that is as tough and heavy as a rock is going to imply old technology that will drain the wallet and be bad for the environment. I think it's going to imply that both Chevy and General Motors hasn't evolved as a modern company. That they're old school and stuck in the past of cheap gas with redneck clientele. The last generation of trucks using the like a rock tagline were really inefficient. Nowadays, SUVs are integrating more modern and more resilient materials into the design that are as strong as steel but lighter in weight. One of my favorite people is Amory Lovins, and the work he does on resource efficiency. Amory's from the Rocky Mountain Institute. I read a lot of his work. Amory uses a new lightweight steel and carbon fiber in his designs for hypercars and huge commercial trucks. It looks like it's all steel, but it actually isn't. So over here, hear that? That's steel. And this over here, this is plastic. Some sort of plastic that's strategically placed. Not that plastic is the way to go. I think I think carbon fiber is much stronger and just as light. But it goes to prove that a huge mass of steel, yes, it might imply that the truck is like a rock, but it doesn't apply versatility, modern materials, efficiency. A rock is strong and heavy. Carbon fiber is strong and light. And I'd rather have a car versatile that was more like a Studley Batmobile, as opposed to having a slow rolling stone of a truck. My mom's car is also like mine. It has plastic parts on it so that it gets better gas mileage, and surprisingly, it's a Hummer H3. She bought it because she was hit by a drunk driver, and sadly she almost died, but she wanted to buy a car that implied mega safety, and of course the Hummer implies that. The Hummer H3 is actually the green version of the H2, and even though it gets pretty decent gas mileage for a Hummer, it still has that social stigma of a gas guzzler because it's a Hummer. I also know that GM, for a fact, has been really aggressive in greening its industry. I think it would be really out of line to market with an old theme that implies gas guzzlers. It may even make the new Chevy Volt plug-in hybrid look bad. So, at the end of the day, I think GM and Chevy should put their branding and money where their mouth is. That's my 2 cents.